Hello everyone, welcome to Cricket 487 News. We are back with another live, and today we will be discussing Punjab, Rajasthan, Delhi, Gujarat, and Hyderabad squads. To discuss with me today, we have got two of our guests. We have got Sandy Paji and Swanpe Bhai. So I will request both of you to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Sandy Paji, and I've been working with Punjab Kings and doing some of the UK engagement for them, based in the UK, but currently in India. So looking forward to joining you guys and mixing through the IPL.
Hello, good evening, everyone. It's Shoprama Chakraborty joining you live down here on Cricket 487 News, and I'm a multi-sports commentator and a radio jockey, and it's a pleasure for me to join down here and to analyze the teams for your channel. Thank you for giving me the opportunity down here.
So, welcome to both of you. So, we'll start with Punjab Kings right now. They were the runners-up last year, barely lost the final. So, Sandy Baji, what do you think about the squad, which is currently showing our screen?
I'm happy that we've kept a lot of these players last year because obviously they've taken us to the final. But again, I think last year we depended a lot on, Prab and Priyansh doing really well at the start. And then obviously having a good stellar batting writing, we could bat to 7 or 8 last season. But again, I think we could have strengthened in certain areas. And it'll be interesting to see how our foreign contingent plays. I think for us, Marco is very important, and we need to get a tune out of Stoinis with the bat and the ball. If we do that, we will be, equally successful this year. And obviously, we have the best captain in the IPL for me, Shreyas Sarpanch, and we also have Panta Pradhan as the head coach, and that link. Those two ingredients is very vital for Punjab to be successful again this year, hopefully.
Absolutely. And last year we saw, because Marco Jansen wasn't available for the final, that somehow costed them the game, because they needed someone to control the flow of run at a point, and we were not able to do that. So I think, as you said, Marco Jansen is going to be very important for you. And as we saw in this World Cup, how would you rate his performance, especially in the World Cup?
Yeah, I'm superb. I think it was one of the innings he scored 55 with the bat. And it was amazing to see that, because that's what Punjab will do if Priyansh and Prab don't fire off. They've got to use the long batting lineup that they have crucially. And for me, the crucial part of that being, firstly, Shreyas batting outside of the power play. I think if Shreyas gets in from the 5th or 6th over and bats through the power play at the end of it, when the spin comes on, will be very important there. And if we do lose Shreyas early, Marcus Stoinis, Shashank is going to be very important to us, and Marco Jansen will be, because obviously we still have Yuzi in the team, and we have Arshdeep in the team, who's probably batting is not up to scratch, but everybody else can bat. So we could get potentially 9 batsmen in the team, and so it'd be very, very interesting to see what Punjab do. And again, I'm looking forward to see how Ricky uses Mitch Owen, because that could be a superstar player or it could be a super flop. And we've also got Cooper Connolly, and that same thing with that. The experience of Glenn Maxwell we're going to miss, both on the field and with the ball. Last year he didn't fire with the bat. That was the problem. So both Mitch Owen and Cooper Connolly, if they're given chances, will have to perform, because they're likely to be batting at number 3, which is a big void for us, because we've lost Josh Inglis.
Exactly, but as we have seen in past few years, Glenn Maxwell wasn't in the form that we know for him, the Big Show. He was named Big Show in the IPL. So that is
something I just slightly disagree with you there, because obviously I'm from Warwickshire, so obviously Edgbaston. I watched Glenn Maxwell for a couple of seasons when he played for us at Warwickshire. And something, the thing with Glenn Maxwell, if he doesn't give you with the bat, He's absolutely brilliant with the ball. He was always taking 2 to 3 wickets. He was always draining things. But again, he's a gun fielder as well. The energy he brings on that field. So yes, I understand we used to him getting the big innings with the bat, but in the field and with the ball, and he's that like a vice captain for Shreyas as well. He sees a lot in the field. I love him as a player, but yeah, I agree. The batting wasn't there for the last couple of seasons, so. And that's why I said we've got to see Mitch Owen or Cooper Connolly now step up to that thing, because obviously they can bat and bowl a bit. But I'm looking forward to see what Ricky does with both Cooper and Mitch.
So let's talk about the playing 11 first. Who are your 4 overseas player in the 11?
Well, yeah, firstly Marco. Marco is the shoe-in. Stoinis has to be a shoe-in. The third one, I am going to go for. See, this is the third one is either Mitch Owen or Connolly, and the fourth one could be Omarzai, because I like Omarzai. So he could potentially, as I said, from me, I like the thought, and I can bring that out to you. Is probably play someone like Harnoor Pannu at 3. So you have another lefty at 3. He's played really well for Punjab. He's scored a century, a couple of centuries as well in the domestics. So I think maybe you play Harnoor Pannu at 3, and then you can have Omarzai, Stoinis, Marco, and even Lockie. Or you could have 4 of your bowling. Your strength will be in the bowling then. So I think it's a big choice. I think 2 are shoe-ins, Marco and Marco. And I think, maybe I would say Omarzai is for me with the ball. I think he's very, very, very good with the ball, and he can bat as well. So maybe I'll take Omarzai as the third foreigner, and the fourth foreigner could be anyone between Mitch Owen, Cooper Connolly, or Lockie Ferguson, because Lockie's injury record isn't great. So whether he will play a lot of the games, I don't know.
Yeah, you have got Xavier Bartlett as well, and we saw what he can do.
And we've got Xavier Bartlett. I forgot about him. Yeah, he's very good, very good. So I think the bowling, I think that's what I'm saying. I think we're quite stacked with batting, because we also have Vishnu Vinod, and he's played really well. I like him. And we have Mushir. So we have Mushir Khan, we have Harnoor Pannu, and we have the other guy, and Nerva, we've said him as well. So we've got quite a lot of batting. I think the bowling and the spin department is where I fear for us, because if Yuzi gets injured, what will happen? And definitely we've got Harpreet Brad as well to come into the team as well. So we're quite stacked with players. But for the foreigners, I think there's 2 shoe-ins. And the other 2, Xavier Bartlett, I like him. I think he's really good. He did well in the World Cup. Played well for Australia as well. So I do like Xavier Bartlett as well. So it all depends on the form of these players. And I think Punjab would be very, very reliant on the Indian call.
And the batting takes care of itself. You have got Shashank as well in the ranks. You have got Nehal Vadera. We've got Marco Jensen, and not to forget Sarpanch. So the batting would be an issue, but the bowling looks a bit brittle. I wouldn't say fragile, but brittle, because you don't have enough replacement for your players. If, as you said, UJ gets injured, you don't have a backup for him.
Arshdeep gets injured. We haven't got a backup for him. Although Vaishak played really well last season, so I do like Vaishak. And then we have Yash Thakur as well. So, and again, he played well in the Indian domestics. So it's going to be interesting to see there. I think that's where we went wrong in the auction. We should have signed a quality, experienced spinner. We didn't do that. We could have got another extra foreign player as well. One that was going to be a shoe-in. But we went for, we stayed the same, and we lost Maxwell. I think that's where I'm a bit more concerned, because if Maxwell had, gone well with the bat, then he covers all the bases. He's a shoe-in into our team. But it all depends on Cooper Connolly, the unknown. Mitch Owen didn't light up the show last time when he came in. He played 1 game. I think he was out for a duck. So it's going to be interesting how they come in. But I say the batting looks after itself. The bowling, and whether we bat first or bat second will also play into that, because the selections can vary, especially with the grounds in India, because they're so different.
Absolutely, and with the dew coming in, this batting lineup can chase targets down with ease. They won't have a hiccup in between. We have seen they chase down 260 against KKR. So uh, Punjab Kings is known for their batting, and the batting
Yeah,
contingent is really strong, the best in the available. But sometimes
yeah,
their bowling has let you down as well.
yeah. And it all depends. For our batting, we have to probably lose one wicket max in the power play. If you can get that, then you've got the depth in the batting. You've got that, potentially, 185 to 215, 220 score on most grounds. They've got that in the locker. So I still think the first 6 overs, if Punjab lose 2 or 3 wickets in the first 3 overs, they'll be in trouble. If they only lose one wicket or go unscathed, and that's what happened well last season with Priyansh and Prab. They batted well in the power plays, and Sarpanch only had to come in a few times in the power play, and he didn't play well when he was batting at three. But when English came in at four, at three, and Sarpanch came in at four, the team balance looked really well. And then obviously you've got someone like Shashank at the end to finish the job. So batting is brilliant. Bowling, I still think we lack one more quality bowler. And the Indian core of Vaishak and Yash Thakur, they've got to really step up to the plate this season as well. Because if Arshdeep was to get injured, I think we would have some problems. And Yuzi, because Yuzi's very, very important to this team.
So, what do you think are the opportunities for which players? Because we have talked about the strengths, we have talked about the weakness. Now, let's talk about the opportunities this player or this team, have.
Well, that's what I say. I mentioned it before. Hadnoor Pannu is a very, very big, exciting talent for us. That potentially could be a third player for us. Obviously, we have someone like Vadera needs to step up because obviously he played well last season. He's had a bit of a dip in form. He has to prove himself. And again, we look at someone like Shashank. He's knocking on that India door, very close to being selected. But will he be batting at 5 or 6? Would he be bowling? Because obviously he's been bowling in the nets quite a bit. I've seen that. And then someone like a younger player like Yash Thakur, can he perform consistently, get into the team and perform consistently? If someone like, say, Arshdeep were to get injured, or God forbid, someone like Marco to get injured, who replaces him? So I think how we play, if we can improve on last season in players form, I think we'll go far. However, now teams are aware of players like Priyansh and Prab. They know their batting strengths. They know their weaknesses. If they don't perform, then Punjab will then have to look at those people on the bench and give someone like Mushir Khan a chance. And so I think it's an opportunity for the players in the bench as well. But it's a good squad. It's a very good squad. And again, it all depends on the form and the starts they get, especially with the bat, to see how far they'll go.
So let's talk about how much will you rate this squad out of 10, and are you seeing them in the top four?
Yes, I'm seeing them in the top four because of what they did last year. But I don't think it's certain. I think potentially we could finish first, we could finish second, we could finish third or fourth, but we could also finish sixth if our batting doesn't fire. If our batting fires, that'll be fine. Squad wise, I still think it's a 7 out of 10 squad, and that's being very harsh because obviously I'm looking at it if somebody like Marco gets injured. Omar Zai probably be in, but is he going to be giving us what Marco can give? Probably not. If Yuzi gets injured, who's going to be replacing him for a longer term? I don't see one player standing out for me in that position, and the other one is obviously Arshdeep. So if Arshdeep or Shreyas gets to injury, Shreyas' leadership is also important. So we have a lot of positives. However, injuries, a long tournament in India, that could take a toll. A lot of these players have played in the World Cup just a month ago, and again they could carry an injury or get injured quite quickly. So again, Punjab picks its 11, 12 players. They stay fit and they stay in form. They could go on to win the IPL.
Absolutely. We saw what they did last year. just a bit of a, I would say, miss by Nehal Vadera probably that cost you the game, but it was a hell of a final. Like we were on the
Yes.
tour,
Yeah.
anything could have happened.
And again, a lot of people don't talk about it. Why was Josh Hazelwood allowed to play and Marco Janssen wasn't?
Ah,
That's the unfair thing. Had Marco Janssen played in that game, I am pretty sure. We had Carl Jamieson, and this is what I'm saying. Last year, Marco went out and he was replaced by Carl Jamieson, who's half the player. I'm sorry to say that, but for me, he's half the player of Marco Janssen. So, and then RCB were allowed to keep Josh Hazelwood in the team, and they're playing in the same ITC World Cup final or WTC final, and it was unfair for Punjab. That was my personal opinion, and we paid the
that
price. But Marco played in that game. I'm pretty confident we would be champions this season.
Ah, that's not a debate. If Marco was there, Punjab was lifting that trophy. But that's the thing with, as you said about Kyle Jamieson. Yes, he has been out of the. At that time, he was not playing competitive cricket for long. Right now, he's playing. He played for New Zealand. He played the series, but that time he was coming from an injury. He was not had a match practice enough. But for him to play and what he did in the qualifier one, that no, sorry, qualifier two, that was very great. He did good, but that's to say. But I really hope Punjab Kings win the trophy. I just because of Shreyas Iyer, I support that team. He, for
Yeah,
me, should have been the next captain of Indian cricket team. He is a very good
100%.
cricketing player.
Something leadership skills. And the way he's
Proper.
been able to engage with the fans and get everybody on board. I think for the first time as Punjab Kings fans, we were all singing from the same hymn sheet. The fans were in sync with the team. The team was in sync with the fans, and we had the management as well. So we had all the three boxes for the first time. Everybody sang from the same hymn sheet, and that's why we went fine. We kept using the word chardikala, chardikala, high spirits, and we played with high spirits. So again, I think it was very, very important for us to have that season, but we now need to build on it. And as I say, with the auction, I was slightly disappointed, but again, we have to trust the management. We have to trust Ricky because obviously he's done last year. So as a fan, yes, I'm excited, but I am also wary to think maybe teams have worked us out what we bring in differently this season and keep maintain the standard of what we did last season, and then you go that little bit extra and win the trophy, because obviously we just want to win that trophy. We need to win that trophy.
Exactly. That Punjab Kings, the fans, the people who are supporting them since 2008, they need that trophy in the cabinet. That's the thing people especially the IPL fans, they dream of. And and I really hope Punjab this time wins the trophy, because they have got a good squad. They have got a, for the, as you said, for the first time the squad looks united. They have got not changed a lot. We have seen Punjab chopping and changing after every auction. So this time they have
That's right.
a settled squad. They have a settled playing
But you
11.
know,
Not
there's one thing. The one thing that we need to discuss is the home form. So Mullanpur, they have to improve Mullanpur form, because they improved slightly Dharamshala last season, but Mullanpur has to be improved because that's the home games, and the teams that win the IPL or get to the playoffs all the time have very good home forms. Away from home, we're probably the best team in the IPL, but at home we need to make that improvement. And we played the qualifier in Mullanpur and we lost that one, so. That sticks in my mind a bit, but let's see if we can get the home form together. Then I don't see why we cannot reach, the top four or even the top two like we did last year.
exactly. Now from Punjab Kings, we'll move to Rajasthan Royals. I I think Sopan will have to put his cricketing hat on and talk about Rajasthan. Let's put out the squad first. They have got a very good squad, Sopan. They have traded in uh, Sam Curran and Ravindra Jadeja. which strengthens their all-rounder slot. So, what's your thought about letting Sanju go and bringing in Sam Curran and Jadeja?
See, first of all, Sanju Samson, he was in a phenomenal form, and but sometimes you need to adjust your books in order to get someone better. And I think Ravindra Jadeja, he has a very good all-rounding capacity. He has played a lot in the means Indian cricket, and he's one of the best all-rounders that India has ever produced. And along with him, Sam Curran, we have seen him in the means over the past few years, and definitely he had been a impact player in each and every season. So for that, I think it was a very good strategy to take it in. But the question that still remains is who will be the wicket keeping option for the Rajasthan Royals, because if you look at all of the wicket keepers, especially in this team, Donovan Ferreira, he's present, but he's a foreign contingent. Along with it, Dhruv Jurel, he's present. He can be a very good option, but definitely the Rajasthan Royals, they need to think a little bit about the wicket keeping option, having letting go Sanju Samson, who was in such a phenomenal form this season.
So, yes, we have seen Dhruv Jurel keep last year as well. When Sanju was injured, we saw Dhruv Jurel keeping for Indian Test team as well. So we have seen he can keep, but do you think letting Sanju go leaves a bit of a hole in the leadership group of this team?
Not on leadership, because they have Riyan Parag, who will be the captain, and they have lots of good players. Vaibhav Suryavanshi, he's a young contingent, and apart from that, their team, they have a balanced team. I will not say that their team is very, very poor. They have a very balanced team. They have Adam Milne as a bowler, and apart from that, Jofra Archer, he's present. He's one of the best T20 bowlers in recent times. So definitely that will not be a problem. But the problem that they can face is that they lack a proper experienced wicket keeping batsman, because Dhruv Jurel, he's still new, he's still learning the phases, and definitely you can't compare a player of Sanju Samson's stature with Dhruv Jurel. And Donovan Ferreira, he can click, he cannot click. So he is not a very well-known name. He is definitely a foreign contingent. He can shine. He has shown his caliber in the foreign T20 leagues, but definitely it will be a very questionable decision that who will be the keeper batsman. That piece of the jigsaw puzzle, it still seems missing to me for Rajasthan Royals.
Kunal, I just come in there. I think Dhruv Jurel is the shoe-in for me to be the wicketkeeper batsman. I don't think you would use one of your foreign slots to put that in. I think we used it last year with Josh English, and I wasn't in favour of that. And I still think I can't believe Ravindra Jadeja is not captain of this team. I just cannot believe that. Ryan Parag, he's proved nothing. He's had one good season in 5. He's not even guaranteed for me in the first 5. But the name and the franchise love him too much. So I'm not sure, and you cannot compare any of these players to Sanju. Sanju is at a different level. Mentally, skill-wise, is different. They got a lot of talent. I agree. We know with Suryavanshi, if he can play half the way he was playing last season, he'll be very, very good. But I just still think this team is quite a weak team compared to an MI, Punjab Kings, Delhi Capitals. They look stronger in all departments. A player like Sam Curran, in the 100 and in the T20 Blast, is good. International, he's played really well, but he's not your top quality player. He played with Punjab for 3 seasons. He played for Chennai, one of the most expensive players in the IPL. But I just don't see the consistency with the bat and the ball, and that slower ball that he bowls quite consistently, where it takes a lot of money. In the Indian conditions, will that work? Not for me. So, and Jofra is, on the day he wakes up, he's a world beater, but he can also go for 60 runs. So again, I think Rajasthan have made some blunders. I think Ravindra Jadeja, absolutely star signing, brilliant. Why he's not the captain, I don't know. And the other one is, why isn't Yash Ashwini the captain? because Yashashvi is going to play every single game. He's opening, he's left-hander as well. He's in the field, he's playing international cricket. Riyan Parag has probably only played 4 to 5 times for India. Yashashvi Jaiswal has nearly played in all formats. So how the franchise has come to the decision to make him captain is a very strange one, and it is partly probably due to them playing in Guwahati. So a home time boy in Guwahati is more for the brand than the actual team. I see that.
Exactly, and it's a up for debate. People were, anticipating either of Jaiswal or Jadeja to be the captain, and that could have been a more of a cricketing decision. But this is more of a business decision, so it's not
Yes,
justified. And with
it's
Uh,
not
Sanju
just
gone,
about, yeah, he could.
but I think Donovan Ferreira, he has a very good strike rate in the T20s. If you look at his
he has a
stats in
very
the
good
South
strike rate.
African
He
T20,
can exactly he can
154,
bat.
and he's a very aggressive batsman, and he can be the means he can be that missing piece in the jigsaw puzzle, and along with Dhruv Jurel. But yes, he can't match Sanju Samson. He is in a phenomenal form in the T20 international, in the T20 World Cup that we had very recently. So it's a questionable decision, definitely, but it cannot be replaced. That I don't believe, because everything is possible in cricket. And uh, Donovan Ferreira, he can play, I think.
Exactly,
I
Donovan
think
Ferrer.
the
We have
difference
seen.
here is the fear factor.
Sandeep
Yeah.
Ajiri continue.
I think the fear factor is really really an issue because you teams fear Sanju Samson. If Sanju Samson bats into 4 or 5 areas, he's very dangerous. And whereas Riyan Parag, to be fair, I've watched Rajasthan Royals a lot, for years, and I've never seen what it is. He plays in, he bowls off the. He's not the top quality player, and that's what I said. I think that's what Rajasthan lacked, but they could bring it back with the team. I know Shane Bond is their new coach. Is he
Shane Bond is there. No,
Shane Bond?
Sangakkara is the head coach, and Bond is the bowling coach.
Yeah, so he's around there. So no, he's got a lot of experience in other franchises as well. So Donovan Ferreira is a name that I look forward to. But if I'm in the other camp, I'm not going to be scared of that player. Where I would be scared of Sanju Samson. Ravindra Jadeja, is he coming to the end? That's the other question, isn't it?
That's the big question. Jadeja coming to far end of his career. We have seen him struggle in Chennai last year. He was not able to, at least rotate the strikes. He was able to hit the quicks good, but against spinners, he was struggling a lot. So it will be up for debate that is this a good. But if you look at the stature of a cricketer, Ravindra Jadeja is at the top. He is the best all-rounder India has got. One of the best all-rounder India has got. But playing at the T20 level, that's something up for debate. And we saw him in a dip in the 2024 Cricket World Cup as well, T20 World Cup. He was neither bowling nor batting. He was just there for fielding. So there's something Rajasthan needs to look at. Now let's talk about the playing 11. We'll go with Sopan first. So who do you think will be the 4 overseas player for Rajasthan Royals?
See, the automatic choice that comes down here, definitely it will be Sam Curran. He will be there for me. And for the second foreigner, there are two options. If you go with a wicket keeper, a foreign wicket keeper, because you don't have Sanju Samson in your squad, and Dhruv Jurel, I think I don't see him fully as a T20 batsman. So there is a question that's still to be asked, whether they will go with Donovan Ferreira or they will keep their eyes on Dhruv Jurel. So that's a question. If Donovan Ferreira starts, then I think they will play with Nander Berger. He will not be starting. But if Donovan Ferreira he's not present, then definitely Nander Berger he will be there as a bowler. And Shimron Hetmer, he's another automatic choice for the team because he's a fabulous batsman. He's an aggressive batsman, and then there will be Jofra Archer. He will also be the automatic choices. So Sam Curran, Donovan Ferreira or Nander Barger, Shimron Hetmer and Jofra Archer. These are the four options that I have thought of the team.
And with the amount of runs Hitmar scored in the World Cup, you're not letting him go. You are having him in the playing 11, and especially at number 3. That's another point I want to talk to you about. Simran Hetmeyer at 3 or Hetmeyer at 6? Because we saw what can he do at number 3 was the most explosive batsman for the West Indies. He came at number 3, took that extra responsibility, was scoring run in the carefree manner. But at Rajasthan, we see him at number 6 or number 5. So, Hetmeyer at 3 or Hetmeyer at 5? Where would you put him?
See, if you look at the performance of Rian Parag in number 3, he is the captain of the team and he will prefer to play in the number 3 position. And along with that, Yashasvi Jaiswal and Surya Suryavanshi will open. So there is no chance of Hetmer playing at number 3 because Rian Parag, he's already present and he's quite comfortable in playing in that position. And it will not be that he will get a chance to play at the number 3. So I think Hetmer will come at 5 or 6. He will be used as a pinch hitter. But if we can suppose, means it will depend on the situation. I think Hetmer will be used for the last 8 over that window, where we have seen a similar role for Andre Russell in the IPL for Kolkata Knight Riders. So I think a similar role will be given to Shimran Hetmer in the upcoming IPL for Rajasthan Royals.
So you think he'll still be playing at the finisher role that he's been doing for them? So
Yes.
this team looks a bit, I won't say that explosive. That if you look at the playing 11 or at the team squad, you will say, oh, this team looks like scary. But it's a good team. So what do you think are this team's weakness? I think, this is a very young squad. They are let go Nitish Rana, which I think was a bit of a shocker to me because you have let go Sanju Samson, then you let go of Nitish Rana, then it's a bit of a shocker. But they have got players like Ravi Bishnoi, brilliant by Ravindra Jadeja, and Ravi Bishnoi will take care of the spin department, but still they lack a bit in the pace bowling. So, what's your take on this?
See, if we look at the current situation, I think if we look at the team, especially means Rajasthan Royals, the first weakness that they have currently is they lack a proper senior player. I mean, Rian Parag, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Yashasvi Jaiswal. If you look at the first 11, which is in your screen as well, I think Ravindra Jadeja, he's the only player who is playing for the last 5-6 years. Apart from that, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, young player, Rian Parag playing for the last 2-3 seasons. And also the other players, they're quite young. Actually, this is a very young squad. To be honest, second is they have let go on Nitish Rana, and Nitish Rana, he can be an explosive player for the side, but unfortunately, we are seeing that Nitish Rana, he has left. Sanju Samson, he has left. There is a very big weakness in the position of the wicket-keeping batsman because that position, Dhruv Jurel, he's a very talented player, but you can't compare Sanju Samson with Dhruv Jurel. Both completely of different attitude, and that's what matters the most down here. So I think lots of weaknesses are there, and also I think they lack a proper spinner. They could have gone for a good spinner. Though Ravindra Jadeja is present, but still I think a good spinner was required, and that is still missing in this squad.
No, I think the spin departments take care of itself. You have got Jadeja and you have got Ravi Bishnoi and bit of some Rian Parag and roll up his sleeves. So all in all, how would you rate this team out of 10, and what are your takes on this team? Are you seeing them qualifying for the playoffs?
See, qualifying for the playoffs depend on how they start the tournament because this team is very much unpredictable. But as you say, that the spinners position, but Ravindra Jadeja and Ravi Bishnoi, I think these two players are present. But I still see that T20 is a tournament where you need that element of mystery in your team for that spin department, and you don't have that in the squad because Ravindra Jadeja, Ravi Bishnoi, they're okay, but apart from that, you need a proper spinner, especially on Indian tracks. Like every team, they have Arun Chakravarti, they have then earlier we used to have Sunil Narayan and all of them. So if you look at each and every team, Rahul Chahar, you can see players like that. So definitely that kind of things that's missing. And if I think still they have some bowling options absent and also wicket keeping. So I will rate it 7 out of 10. But definitely, if they play well, if things click properly in their favor, then things can change for the side.
So, well, this it's all about Rajasthan Royals. Now we'll move forward to Delhi Capitals.
Yes, so quite an interesting team Delhi Capitals have this year. And if you look at their side, so they have, first of all, my question will be they have roped in Nitish Rana from Rajasthan Royals. So it's a very good sign. I mean, apart from that, they have Abhishek Koral, who had played brilliantly. So how you are seeing the batting of the Delhi Capitals this year faring in the Indian Premier League?
Well, this year they have tried to fill the holes which were, the last year. Their opening partnership was not clicking. Jay Fraser McGurk or even Faf was not, giving them the start they were required. The partnership wasn't going. So they tried to fill it. They got Nitish Rana, who plays for Delhi, knows the conditions well and can, you know, take part in the leadership group as well because he captains Delhi. So that can be thought behind that. So I'm very happy we got a lefty at number three who can actually, who knows to take play those singles and doubles. We have got KL Rahul, but you needed someone like him at number three or number four. So that if you lose a lot of early wickets, if you lose early wickets, then you have got player someone who can take the game deep, absorb the pressure, and from the non-striker end as well. He can and I have a clear communication with him, so that you go for a good score. Nitish Rana is a good batsman. He's a good. He can give you a couple of overs. That's something I'm not mm, demanding from him much. But Nitish Rana as a you know leadership group player, as a batsman at number three, that's a deal. I seriously don't know why Rajasthan let him go, but it's a very good addition for Delhi Capitals this season.
Yes, indeed. And apart from that, if you look at the side, there is another very interesting thing that Akshay Patel is given the captaincy for the season. And apart from that, they have good spinners actually in the team. Akshay Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, and also they have roped in Mukesh Kumar, the speed star, who has played over the last 2 seasons, and he has played really well. He's one of the upcoming bowlers for the Indian national team. So, how you rate the bowling side of the Delhi Capitals with very good spinners and especially players like Mukesh Kumar present in the bowling attack?
Hmm. Delhi Capitals bowling with they've got Mukesh, they've got Akib Nabi Dar, they've got Mitch Stark, they've got T Natarajan, they've got Dushmanta Chamira, who was good in the World Cup. They've got Mukesh Kumar, they've got Kyle Jamieson. So they've got a very good bowling lineup and a backup for them. They have got backups if something happens to Stark. They have got Dushmanta Chamira. If something happens to Natarajan, they have got Mukesh Kumar. If something happens to uh, someone like Akib Nabidar, they have got Lungi Engidi. So Engidi was very good this season with the ball. They've got a great fast bowling options. Something which was I wouldn't say missing, but you didn't have a pacer at of this experience. With yeah, last year I got Stark, and you were from the other end you were like clueless that who is gonna bowl, who will be your banker. But this time you have got Samira, you have got Engidi, you have got Akib Nabidar, who had a breakthrough season in the Ranji Trophy. So it's a very good. What you have done is you have learned from your mistakes. What was the Delhi Capitals mistakes? Partnerships, middle over collapses, and pace bowling attack. They have got good openers now. The middle order is the probably the best in this. You say IPL in of the 10 IPL teams. Delhi Capitals has the best middle orders. They have got Stubbs. They have got David Miller, they have got Aksar Patel, and they have got Karun Nair, who was in a great form last season. So they have got the best middle orders. David Miller's form is, no, you can't debate on it. He is a proven match winner. He's an alone player for South Africa for long. We have seen in him 2023 World Cup, 2024 T20 World Cup, 2025 Champions Trophy. He stood alone. Everyone was falling behind, and he was alone. He was fighting, and he fought till the end. So Tristan Stubbs, we all know what can he do. We have seen in this World Cup as well. Tristan Stubbs, well, he had a very less game, I would say, especially as finisher role. He was playing 8 ball, 10 ball, but he was striking at a very high strike rate. Only twice he failed, but he was very good. He just stood at the end, and he was just taking the pressure off the another batsman. He has been good. Aksar Patel, we all know how well he can hit the ball. He bats at number 8 for India, but he's a way better batsman at number 8. You surely bat at number 6 or number 7. Then we have got Ashutosh Sharma. His innings against the Lucknow Super Giants last year single-handedly won the match for us. And opening, we have got Patum Nisanka and Ben Duckett. Either of both can play. Even we have got Prithvi Shaw, so he can also play. Prithvi Shaw is in a very good form. In domestic, we have seen he's striking at a high strike rate. Ben Duckett, we all know how
Yes,
explosive he
this year
can
can
be.
be the comeback year for Prithvi Shaw because
Exactly.
he
Prithvi
he is
Shaw,
getting himself ready.
he was very down and out in last couple of seasons. Last year, he went unsold, and it was a lot of ruckus behind it. But he just absorbed it all, started playing again, changed his home state from Mumbai to Maharashtra, played for Maharashtra, did good. Delhi Capitals got him back. That homecoming is back, and we all know how aggressive he can be. He, I think, is the most aggressive batsman this squad has. Even though they have got David Miller, they have got Tristan Stubbs, they have got Ben Duckett, but the mindset of Prithvi Shaw, and plus he's a domestic player, he won't eat up your overseas slot. So plus, if you're keeping this in mind, Prithvi Shaw is the most explosive player you have got. We all know what can he do in his own day. He has done it multiple times for Delhi at a high strike rate. Taking that match close from the situation we thought we have lost. So this is something we all expect from Prithvi Shaw, and if given an opportunity, he's going to deliver on it. Ben Duckett and Pathum Nisanka. Ben Duckett didn't play the World Cup. He was in the bench, but Pathum Nisanka was like playing like he's batting on a different field. That 100 against Australia, that was something very special. Kicked them out of the tournament, and that the temperament he's got playing for Sri Lanka, that temperament you require from a player, especially from a top order player. Even if you get out of the first ball, that doesn't matter, but you don't waste the balls. If you're at the end of the power play, you are 50, at 30 balls, you have scored 33, then that's not of no use. If you're out on the first ball, that's okay, because you're trying to hit the ball, you're trying to, explode in those overs. That's called the accelerate over, and you're trying to do that. And Batum Nisanka, day in, day out, gets out early. That's not an issue, but he never waits the ball. He is a very explosive player. And the problem with Delhi Capitals, time and again, was that collapse, the middle order collapse they were having very consistently. And that is something in this auction they have filled it. I won't say completely, but majorly, because David Miller, Tristan Stubbs, then Karun Nair, Aksar Patel, Ashutosh Sharma, Sameer Rizvi, then you have got Ajay Mandal. So these are the players who can, you know, keep that middle order intact. Any of them can play, and it will be very you know great. I want for Delhi fans, as I said, players chop and change. They in the mega auction things happen, but fans remain intact. The Delhi Capitals since 2008, there are many people who are supporting them since 2008, and they will also see them lift that trophy for once. So this is a very complete squad. So the gaps which were there last year, they have filled it, and I'm very happy with the squad.
Absolutely. So let's move on to the strongest 11 of the squad. So who will be the four overseas player who will be starting according to you?
My four, I think three is takes their place themselves. Tristan Stubbs, David Miller, and Mitch Stark. There is no doubt about that. They three take their place. I think team should go with Ben Duckett. I'm a huge Ben Duckett fan, and I initially read a stat when the test series between India and England were going, and in India, that Ben Duckett was scoring 50 in test match at a strike rate. Babar Azam scores 50 in a T20 match. So it's a very interesting stat I came across. He's a very good explosive batsman. Uh, that we have seen, they have gone for Jake Fraser McGurk. They gave him that comfort you require, but he was not able to deliver. Faf du Plessis was, as I said, again far end of this career. So you moved on. You got Ben Duckett. Nitish Rana at three is a must. I will go for Nitish Rana at three. Then you can have Stubbs, Patel, Miller, then Abhishek Porel, Ashutosh Sharma. You can have any four of these six. You have got, and that's the beauty you have of this auction. You have you have got your main players, but you've got your backups covered as well. If something happens to say someone like Ashutosh Sharma, you have got Abhishek Porel who can take care of himself at any place he can bat. If anything's happened to someone, you have got Samir Rizvi. If anything's happened at top, you can play Prithvi Shaw at number. You can even play Prithvi Shaw at number three if anything happens to Nitish Rana. So that's that missing piece that you've got backups for every player. If Stark is not available, you can play Ngidi. If Natarajan is injured, you can play Mukesh. Akib Nabidar is a starter. You have Kyle Jamieson. So you can play Prithvi Shaw at the top, and you can play Stark and Ngidi. So you've got multiple options, and this was something missing from Delhi Capitals previous years. So I'm very happy they filled all the gaps. The strongest 11, as it's visible on the screen, Ben Duckett and KL Rahul is the starter. Nitish Rana at three, Stubbs, Aksar, Miller. I will, Ashutosh, Vipraj. So you have got batting depth. Even Akib Nabi there can bat. So you got batting till number nine, number eight, nine, and that is a good. If at any T20 team has batting till number eight, then that team is the most balanced team going in any tournament. Same happened with India. India had batting till number eight in this tournament, and they won the trophy. They had a hiccup. The match they lost against South Africa was a hiccup. They rectified their mistakes. They got Sanju to open, and they lifted the trophy. So this team is very balanced. Ben Duckett,
So,
Nisanka,
so
Prithvi
where
Shaw,
you were
anyone can.
placing, so where you were seeing Abhishek Porel, because last season he had a fabulous form. So where you were seeing him, can he come up as an impact player, or can he be used as a batting option? Because he's a very important piece in this the Delhi Capitals team.
Abhishek Porel was, you know, took that role, but came to bat at number three. He can bat at number four. He batted at number five, so he can, play at multiple levels. But just because of the sheer experience Nitish Rana has, sorry, Just because of the experience Nitish Rana has, I'm putting him at number three. If wicket falls early, you have got a collapse. Abhishek Porel can be your impact player. If not, you can go with another bowler. So that is something that management will look at. But as I said, because of the sheer experience, Nitish Rana is a very experienced guy. He has played a couple of matches for India only, but he has played for in the Delhi T20 league that happened last year. He was in a great form. He was hitting ball out of the park like he was just seeing a ball like a football. And everything was coming from the middle. So Nitish Rana has to bat at number three. Rest the batting takes care of himself. My only worry for this team would be oof, if anything happens to Natarajan. Natarajan is very injury prone. Yes, you have got Mukesh Kumar, but is he that good? Can you trust him with the couple of overs at the death? That will be my biggest question. If not, then you have to play any one of your overseas player, someone like Kyle Jamieson or someone like Lungi Ngidi, and then you have to play Prithvi Shaw at the top. So a bit of a mismatch over here. You could have gone for another Indian pace bowler, so that if anything happens to Natarajan, you have got a like to like replacement for him. But all in all, this teams look good. Yes, you will have to sacrifice your openings overseas slot if Ngidi has to play, but you have got Prithvi Shaw there. So now the batting again takes care of itself.
Yes, indeed. So let's move on to the next team.
So let's talk about Gujarat now. They have done something which we thought they wouldn't do. They have let go of Shafin Rutherford. What's your take on that? We'll discuss on the squad, but they have let go of Shafin Rutherford. And what's your take on this then?
Yes, definitely. They have means this year we are seeing quite a new squad and Stephen Rutherford. He was a very important player in the last season. But I think they have managed the team. They have roped in Glenn Phillips, and along with him, they already have Josh Butler and Tom Banton present in the squad. So I think it will not be a great problem. Jason Older, he's also present. So they have lots of options who are present in their task force, and definitely they can get over the team. And Gujarat Titans, they have a very strong squad each and every year. They build a wonderful squad, and that's the reason why I think they are one of the contenders for this year's IPL trophy.
Now, I agree with you, but the form of Josh Butler, form of Shahrukh Khan, form of Rahul Tewatia, it's a bit of a form of Sai Sudarshan. He has also not done well in the domestic. So, and form T20 form of Shubman Gill. That's also a question. So there is a lot of question about it. When Glenn Phillips, they have kept him Glenn Phillips, but in this T20 World Cup, he didn't do much. So that's also
Uh,
up for debate that you kept
but
Phillips. Mhm.
Tom Banton, he's present. He can batter really well, and Josh
Huh.
Butler, means he's a very good player. Means you can't let go of Josh Butler. He's a fabulous wicket-keeping batsman. He's a wonderful
Yeah,
talent.
no, I'm not talking on the talent basis, but I'm talking on the recent form. If you see at the recent form of the players, Washington Sundar is coming back from an injury, got a couple of games, didn't do good. Then you have got Rahul Tewatia, a bit of a form dip. Rashid Khan also didn't bowl well in the recently concluded T20 World Cup. Josh Butler was also struggling. Tom Banton in India played one innings. I think was a good one, but he also mostly struggles in Indian conditions. Well, Ahmedabad pitch will be different, but he we have seen him struggle. So, what's your like? What do you, as a GT fan? If I just ask, letting go of your player who was after Shubman Gill and Sai Sudarshan was best for you, that's a bit of a shocker. You don't.
No, absolutely. In cricket, you need to adjust your squad in a way. And Sherfan Rutherford, he's a wonderful player. He for West Indies, he's a big hitter batsman, but sometimes you need to maintain the composition of hitting, the balance of his team, especially. Like this year, Rajasthan Royals, they have let go of Sanju Samson in order to maintain the balance, and that might be the opinion behind Gujarat Titans as well. And I think they have lots of options, as I was discussing a few moments earlier. Also, uh, uh, though you are saying most of the players they were not in form. If you look at their status, but IPL is a different ball game. Sometimes off-form players they also perform for you. Like if you look, and that's the reason why many top players they remain unsold. Like earlier season, we have seen players like Joe Root, Luke Ronchi, they remain unsold in IPL. So it's a different ball game, and you have to depend. And if I look at the main strength of Gujarat Titans that seems in their bowling attack, because they are players like Tagis or Pada, and along with that Rashid Khan. Definitely Rashid Khan going to a off form, but form is temporary, class is permanent. Any one match he will get his best ball, and that can change the game. And along with him, Luke Wood, he's also present. Rahul Tewatia, he can also be a very good option. Ishant Sharma, quite an old player. Pardon, Ishant Sharma and Prasidh Krishna started his career with Kolkata Knight Riders. So this team, they have that ability. And along with that, if you look at the all-rounder, they have Sai Sudarshan, they have Arshad Khan, Sai Kishore. And this team, it's a completely different, and I think they can get that position. And after retirement of Ridhiman Saha, they had a little bit as I was saying, that was a missing piece in the jigsaw puzzle, that they had a problem in the wicket keeping position. But this year they have Josh Butler and Tom Banton, both of them are excellent keepers. So I think that position is also field for them, and that's where the things have mattered. And I think they can be a strong contender for this year's trophy.
Absolutely. And I agree with some what cricket champion stock is saying, that first Washington can bat at number 4, or probably should bat at number 4. And secondly, they've got Kumar Kushagra. Kumar Kushagra, don't forget, for Delhi Capitals, did very good. He was he was actually one of, with Abhishek Purel, was one of their most aggressive batsmen. So I agree with what Cricket Champion Stock is saying. What's your take on this?
Uh, I don't think Kumar Kushagra, he is a wicket-keeping batsman, and I don't think this year the management, they mostly, I think they will go with Josh Butler in that
No,
position as wicket-keeping batsman.
no,
But
not as
definitely
a
Kumar
wicket
Kushagra.
keeper, Swapan, not as a
Yes,
wicket
definitely
keeper, as a
as a
batsman.
batsman also. Definitely as a batsman, I think he stands a chance in the playing 11. But I see him playing, coming up as an impact player, not in the playing 11, because where you will fit him, you have Shubman Gill and the opening batsman, then Glenn Phillips. You will start Josh Butler. So this three thing has been filled up. Now they will go with Washington Sundar in 4, and then you have to play Jason Holder. So here the 5 positions have gone. Then you will go with Sai Sudarshan. And definitely Sai Kishore, he will start. So this 7 and 4 bowlers are. It's very clear. Rashid Khan, he will be an automatic choice. Rashid Khan or Kagis or Rabada. If Kagis or Rabada plays, then I think there will be some change in the Glenn Phillips. He cannot start, and in that place, I think Kumar Kushagra can come in. But apart from that, if both of them are playing, then it will be difficult. And Prasidh Krishna this year, he will start. He will get the start definitely. So if you look at the playing 11, I think Kumar Kushagra gets a very. There is very less chance of him starting the game, but definitely we can see him coming up as impact player.
Absolutely. And Cricket Champion Stock is saying Ashok Sharma is a great bowler in domestic, highest wicket taker for domestic team. Yes, Ashok Sharma is a great bowler, but as we said, he's not starting in the 11, but he can be a very good backup for someone, like if something happens to Prasad Krishna or say Mohammad Siraj, then you have to play Ishan Sharma, and Ashok Sharma can play. So let's talk about the strongest 11 of Gujarat Titans. Sopan, what's who do you think are the four overseas player for this team?
Yes, absolutely. It's Josh Butler, as we are seeing on the screen. Glenn Phillips, he can start. In that case, I think the X will come on Kagis or Rabada, because in that place, I think Rashid Krishna will start. He will be the pace bowling option. Jason Holder, as usual, and Rashid Khan, uh, and Kagis or Rabada or Glenn Phillips. So these are the four options that I have seen. If you go for an extra overseas batsman, then I think Gizo Rapata will not play. And if you go for two to that format, then definitely Gizo Rapata will
That's a
start the game.
that's a big take that Rabada not playing. You're dropping Rabada, so that's a big take. He has an ups
But
and
you have
downs in his
Jason
career.
Holder present as a but you have Jason Holder present as overseas pace bowling option. So uh, they can take that take.
They
They
can
can
take the
take that
harsh
risk.
call. Agreed. So, where do you think this team can finish up, and what? How much will you rate this team out
I
of 10?
this see each year they Gujarat Titans each year they play to be in the qualifiers. So this year definitely they will be trying to reach the qualifiers, and they have a very good squad. If you have players of Shubman Gill Statute as your captain, and Sai Sudarshan is present, Josh Butler, watching each and every player, they have played their part. So definitely, but there's still some weakness remains. As I was discussing, you don't have. If you look at the all-rounders, Rahul Tewatia and Sai Kishore, I think they're you need some good bowling all-rounders, uh, good bowling Indian all-rounders in your side. So that's one problem that I am seeing in this squad. And the second problem is that apart from Rashid Khan, I think not good spin bowling option is present in your side. Like you should have proper another foreign spin bowling option could have sufficed the case. This good spin bowling options, like each and every team, they have two three options. So that's these are the two takes. Apart from that, this side looks well and balanced because each and every position they have a good backup. So I'd give it 8 out of 10.
That's a good rating, 8 out of 10. So, what threat this team possesses? That they have a bit of a, I won't say a weak, but a bit of inexperienced middle order with Washington Sundar, Shahrukh Khan, Rahul Tewatia, Jason Holder. The most experienced guy would be Jason Holder, but so bit of an inexperienced middle order. But I think the top order, top three, Josh Butler on his day can win matches on his own. So the top three is far, there's a bit of a,
I
I
think
would say,
if
gap.
I think if Glenn Phillips come in, then it will be top four.
You will have to fit Glenn Phillips in. Either of Jason Holder or Rabada would have to go out. So harsh on them. They both deserve to play, but the combination comes first. Then we now I guess we have to move on to Sunrisers Hyderabad, the last team, and a big news coming up. In absence of Pat Cummins, we all thought it's going to be Abhishek Sharma, but Ishan Kishan will captain Sunrisers Hyderabad in the absence of Pat Cummins in the upcoming few games. So happy with the decision, or you were expecting Abhishek to be the captain?
No, no, no. Definitely, Pat Cummins. He's a World Cup winning captain.
No,
And,
in absence of Pat Cummins, they have announced Ishan. I personally thought Abhishek will captain if Pat Cummins isn't available, but Ishan Kishan is going to be the captain for Hyderabad till Pat Cummins comes. So what's your take on this?
no, no, no. Absolutely. I mean, that I was talking about Pat Cummins. He's a World Cup winning captain, and in his place, I think Ishan Kishan. We have seen him being the captain of some of the top teams, and he had done a wonderful job. And he is an experienced player. He had a very good World Cup, and he can be the captain. But along with him, if you look at this squad, they have lots of captain. They have lots of leaders present in the squad. Travis said he's present. He can lead the side. We have seen him leading the side in Big Bash League. Along with him, Abhishek Sharma, he's present. Liam Livingston, he can also be a captain. We have seen him in South African T20 League. Kamindu Mendes, he's present in the side. In the bowling side, you can see Jaydev Unatkat. He's quite an experienced customer. So definitely this side have lots of leaders present in each and every side. So you can't pick up one. And Nishan Kishan, he was the most favorable option, the fan favorite option for which he was being given the position.
Exactly, and we saw with Kishan what he with Jharkhand being the captain took them to finals on his own, won the trophy for them. So I think something like that also comes into mind that when you are having selecting a captain, that and Pat Cummins would be back after a couple of weeks. So, but in absence of Pat Cummins, the bowling looks very weak. You have got Zishan Ansari, Jaydev Unatkad, Eshan Malinga, uh, Shivam Mavi. So it looks
I
a bit
think,
weak.
yeah, yes, bowling option is little bit means it's a dicey situation because you don't have a good pace bowler in your side. In absence of Pat Cummins, Pat Cummins, he has a very good height and he is a good pace bowler. So he is not present, and Jaydev Unatkar, he's playing for a pretty long time, but I don't means he's not that uh, he's not of that statute. Ishan Malinga, quite inexperienced in Indian conditions. We don't know what he will deliver. Shivam Mavi, he will start, and along with him, I think Amit Kumar or Jishan Ansari, they can start. So quite an inexperienced bowling options. So let's see how they cope up. If it becomes good, then okay. But things can take a very worse turn at the moment.
Exactly. You have got Harshal Patel, you've got Braden Cars, but you have got Jack Edwards, the some player I'm very excited about, but none of them is Pat Cummins. And with the pressure, the IPL and the crowds, cheering behind you, the pressure, anyone can just fumble in the moment. Let's talk about now. We have now got two scenarios. Let's first talk about who are your four overseas when Pat Cummins is available. Let's talk about the playing 11.
Let's go. So if Pat Cummins is available, then at that point of time, Pat Cummins he will definitely start for this side, along with Liam Livingstone, Henry Klassen, and Travis Head. These are the four. But if Pat Cummins is absent, in Pat Cummins, he will get replaced with Malinga, Ishan Malinga. I think he will start the game. Sri Lankan bowler, and definitely last year also we have seen him with very good performance, and this year also we are hoping that he can replace. And he's a fast bowler, quite a like for a like change. So let's see how he performs. The boy from Ratnapura plays for Paul Royals in Sri Lankan Premier League. So let's see how he performs in
Oh,
absence of Pat Cummins because they don't have no other options. Because I think
I
that's the
think
where
huh,
it will
I
matter.
think Braden Cars can be an option. He can hit the ball well, but Ishan Malinga is a better bowler than Cars. So it's a toss up between Cars and Malinga. But this team spinners, they have got one stipulated spinner, that's Zishan Ansari. They've got Liam Livingston and Abhishek Sharma, and Travis Head, but they're part timers. So a spin is going to be a weak point of this team. You lose Pat Cummins, 50% of the bowling is under more pressure. So, who you do you think will be the spinner? They have got Kamindu Mendes, not to forget him, but he's an overseas. He takes an overseas slot, so he won't be in the starting 11, and that's something headache for the team. What do you think on this?
Yes, absolutely. No, means if you look at the bowlers, Jishan Ansari, Jaydev Unatkar, Sakib Hussain, Omkar Tarmale, Amit Kumar, Praful Inch, and Shivam Mavi. So if you look at there is no proper spinner present. Means the you need finger spinners with that element of mystery in order to play in the IPL, in order to get better in T20Is. And if you look at this bowling lineup, you can't find one. Definitely Kamindu Mendes, he can be an option. Nitish Kumar Reddy, he can be another option. But yeah, that's a very feeble option to be honest, because I don't think they can get much of them. But definitely,
Exactly.
let's hope for the best.
Exactly, and that's what we can hope over here. I'm very happy that Shivam Mavi is getting, a good franchisee under Pat Cummins. He is gonna, prosper more. I'm a very hardcore Shivam Avi fan, and what he did in the UP20 was very much visible.
Yes, yes,
So, well,
definitely. And Shivam Bhavi, he's a good option. But I don't know means how he will fare at the current moment. Let's see. But this squad, I think they lack a proper bowler. Means Pat Cummins, without him, the squad looks very incomplete to me. Because
exactly.
at least
If you look at the
see,
batting lineup, this batting lineup can score 250, and the bowling lineup can give 250 runs. So it's a very despair balance between the batting. This team is batting heavy, and probably that's the way they're thinking the T20 game is gonna go. So I'll now at the last I'll ask you who will be your top four teams that you're looking that will qualify for the playoffs.
yes, so this it's a very difficult task for me. But if you want me to comment on the top four teams, Kolkata Knight Riders, Gujarat Titans, Royal Challengers Bangalore, and Mumbai Indians.
Well,
Quite
let me
easy
note
there
it
for
down
down here.
because it's gonna on the record. You have gone with RCB, KKR, MI, and what was the fourth team?
Gujarat Titans.
And GT. So it's gone off the record. Sopan has said these four teams will qualify for the playoffs. We'll meet after the finals and we'll discuss on who got the predictions bang on. Who will be your most highest run scorer according to you?
uh, Highest run scorer in this year's IPL means. Yeah, it's very difficult to comment before the start of the tournament. Let's see 2 3 matches. How I can comment so early.
No, you
There are
can.
lots of options.
You can.
Abhishek
No, no, no.
Sharma is present. Ishan Kishan is present. Uh, Anyone can be the high scorer. Means even for among the foreign contingents, Josh Butler, uh, Shubman Gill. I mean, that's but to me, I will be happy if someone from Gujarat. So I think I will go for Shubman Gill. But definitely, it's very difficult to predict at the current moment.
No, you can change it in the at the start of the season. We're talking pre-season right now, so well, you can have a change in the opinion looking at the form and how the matches go. Who will be the most wicket taker according to you?
Yes, this year it's another difficult task. But for me, I think if you look at the squads, so it's a very difficult task to be precise because uh, this year it's each and every team they have done a wonderful job in assembling their squad. But still, if you want me to pick one bowler, then definitely I think this year it will be Mahisha Pathirana. He has excellent bowling spell, and I think he can be the top wicket taker in this year's tournament.
Well, he is injured and there is a cloud over his participation over the IPL.
But
He's
I think he can get fit because still a few days left.
well,
Uh,
there is a time left, but Sri Lankans won't risk him. Well, you get the money because of the players' insurance, but I don't think Sri Lanka is going to risk him because of the sheer injury issue. He's been prone to injury, and you don't want him, a player like him, to sit out of the World Cup. He's sat out of the World Cup, and that's one of the reason why Sri Lanka was not able to qualify for the knockout stage.
yes,
So, well,
last year Mathisa Pathirana he was replaced by Mustafizur Rahman mid season. This year I
no,
don't
no,
think.
not last year. It was no, he was not replaced in a couple of years back. Patharana was then there at 2 CR. Chennai got Mustafizur.
Yes, yes,
They were not
yes,
replacement. They played together, but because Patharana was so injury prone, he was sitting out on the bench and Fizz was playing. So it was a
yes, yes,
scenario. And he's
yes.
been injury prone since a
In
long
the
time because of the slingy action. You tend to have injuries. So let's hope for the
yes, yes.
best. Paterana,
But if Pathirana fires, if he can play the entire season, he will be a very deadly bowler. Because I have seen him in that year, and he was a fabulous. That was a match against Kolkata, I think, Chennai versus Kolkata, and in that match, I think means Kolkata players were literally struggling to cope up with his action, and if you look,
Exactly,
and there is a difference because Pathirana bowls from a very lower trajectory. Malinga used to bowl from a higher trajectory, and that makes the job of the
exactly.
batsman even more difficult.
Exactly. Patharana, if he nails his Yorkers, is way dangerous. And we have seen him doing well in the, I guess, 2023 season where Chennai lifted a trophy. So if KKR has to lift the trophy, because Harshit Rana is injured, you need Patharana to fire.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's it. Comes to the end of the live stream. It was very interesting, talking to you, Sapan, and with Sandy Paji as well. He had to leave in between because of some work, but it was very, interesting. It was very diverse. We got to know about, that's the, beauty of talking to people, that you get different perspective of theirs. So at the end, I will also like to present my orange cap holders. My orange cap holders, I was, bit of confused between Priyansh Arya and Sanju Samson. So I was like either of Sanju or Priyansh. That's my preseason predictions. I went for Priyansh Arya and Sanju Samson. My wicket takers were Arshdeep Singh, and I was with Noor Ahmed. That either of them will be the purple cap holder. And my top four were fixed: Punjab, Delhi, Chennai, and slightly I was, because of the sheer bowling this team has, I went for Lucknow Super Giants. So these were my top four. But let's see what happens. Until then, we'll say you goodbye, good night. Thank you, Sapan, for joining us. It was uh, lovely having you over here, and we'll see you soon in the next live stream. Till then, good night, Jai Hind.